Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back on Wednesday evening. Wednesday, weekly ranked event. And this week, we've got the GTR4s here at the Hockenheimring, and we have a full server at the moment. We have 34 people in there, so this has brought everyone out from all over. Really all over the Americas, and then also some folks from Europe and kind of just everywhere. So it is amazing to see how many folks have decided to jump in here, at least for practice. We will see how many make it on to qualifying and then onto the race. Hopefully all 34, because that'd be absolutely amazing. But as always, welcome. This is the North America Raceroom Discord Twitch channel. If you're watching this on Twitch, welcome here. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out. If you're watching on YouTube, on the North America Raceroom YouTube page, welcome over there as well. Thank you for watching this, the replay that goes up. Thank you for watching there. Make sure to like it, put a thumbs up on it, put a thumbs down if you don't like it. Comment something good, comment something bad. We take it all, so either way, wherever you're watching this, it's appreciated fully. We love it. I love it when people find enjoyment, being a part of either the live stream or the replay later on. So hopefully this evening proves to be even more enjoyment for what we're about to see. So as always, make sure to find the link on Twitch, find the info in the description on YouTube regarding the North America Raceroom Twitter, the Instagram, and the Discord itself. If you're just now, kind of finding the Twitch side where we stream, or even the YouTube side where all the replays go, there'll be links for the Discord for you to join the North America Raceroom. In there, that's where we all hang out. That's where we all gather. That's where we all kind of discuss what we're going to do, whether it be ranked or unranked. That's where we get together for our seasonal championships. That's where we get together for our Monday Mayhem community events. And then that's where we get together for what you're going to see tonight, a ranked race, 90 minutes worth of these GTR4s at the Hockenheimring. So hopefully we see some safe, some clean racing, some gentleman driver racing, as wherever these folks finish up is gonna affect their rating and reputation, either in a positive note or in a negative note. So it's always one thing to kind of remember, whether you're watching or you're out there racing in a ranked event, is that in the end, there's going to be a positive or a negative against your ranked stats, and how you drive through the race, overly affects it in the end. So always one thing to keep in mind, I guess you could say. But as I said, we still have 30 some odd people. 34 people in there, which I believe is a full server. Raceroom only supports up to 34 people, so as of right now, we have a completely full server. I see names in there that are very familiar, and I see some names that I've never seen before. So that's a great thing from both sides, that we keep getting people that are coming back, and then we keep getting new people within the Americas server. It might get to a point where we get enough people, we might have a second server spawn. Not tonight, but for future events. So, which is what we're trying to eventually get to, where you have the Europe side that has 3 or 4 servers with every ranked event. Hey, we would love to get there as well for the America side. So the more people we get, the more attention, the more popularity, I guess you could, in the Americas with Raceroom, with these events, the better for everybody. So thank you. To all the racers who have come out tonight, and once again, thank you for everyone who's not racing but is still watching and following along. So yeah, we jumped in here. There's about less than 3 minutes to go. in practice. You can see John Wyzork there on top of the standings with a 148.444. We just had a name. It's like someone dropped out. The P2 there seemed to drop out. Always with practice with a ranked server, folks have the opportunity to get back in if they leave the server. Once qualifying starts, then the spots are well, really the server's locked. So if you get in before the end of practice, you're good. If you're trying to get in after practice ends and qualifying has started, then you will no longer be able to get in. So we'll see if the P2 is able to come back. If not, we now are down to 29 people. So some folks are dropping out as we go, whether it be just ping issues, server issues, or seeing sometimes maybe kind of off the pace and maybe don't want to do it anymore. Who knows? So let's jump to. Let's give you. Let me double check the Twitch. Emery, how you doing, Emery? It was full for just a second. Now it's down to about 29 people, so still a fantastic number, and more than I was really expecting. Not that I was, this is a GTRs or GT4s are still popular. A lot of folks are indifferent about Hockenheimring as it is, but 29 people for this combination, this event is wonderful. So. Talking about Hockenheimring, hopefully it looks okay, everyone out there, but this is the layout if you're not too familiar with it. You've got the start-finish line there where the arrow is going upward. Then you've got the kind of very tight, fast turn one, the Nord curve, which then flows you down into turns 2, 3, and 4, which you have to come, turn 2, you have to get on the brake very heavily. Come to not a complete stop, but slow down enough to get around the right-hander, then not spin the car out, getting too much on the throttle, which I've done a lot of times. Then kind of get through the quick S there of 3 and 4 down to the Parabolica, which is the very long one complete corner, turn 5 all the way down there to the hairpin. You talk to anyone about the hairpin, most people probably hate it. It's a very tough corner. That one you almost have to come to almost a complete stop down there. That'll also be a spot to watch out for incidents. Folks at times kind of forget how much you have to brake and then end up getting into the back of people. So we might see some unfortunate incidents down there, but then again, maybe not. Maybe we'll have a clean race down there at the hairpin, turn 6. Once you get through there, you're going to come through turn 7 into the Mercedes arena of 8, 9, and 10, which then will flow you down into what's called the Mobile 1 turn of 11 into Sachs. And then you have another quick S of 13, 14, and then the Sud curve, or Sud, I don't know, one or the other. You got 15 and 16, which for me at times, depending on the car, that's kind of a difficult turn. You'd think you'd be able to get a lot of throttle through there, but not as much as what you think, at least not for me. So we may see some folks end up running wide there, not often, but you'll probably see some off tracks there. So that might prove to be some slowdowns for folks through 15, 16 before coming back into the start-finish straight and then across the line. So it's it looks big, but 148 is your 148.444, excuse me, is the top time at the moment. So still a sub 2 minute, but a lot of places out there to make a mistake and to potentially ruin a lap and maybe even ruin a race or put someone further down the order to then have to fight their way back up front if they're in front. So all kinds of possibilities out there. So we'll move back in. We're going to minimize this. Sorry, I'm just talking through everything as I go through here. Auto director is on. So we have now moved into qualifying. So we have 20 minutes of qualifying. And I probably won't bore anyone with a lot of chatter through qualifying. We'll talk, maybe find any important events or anything that's happening here. As you can see, John Wyzorek there is in the brand new to Raceroom GT4 Mercedes. So if you're a fan of Mercedes, if you're a fan of GT4s, and you haven't really been keeping up with the news of Raceroom, that car has become available for purchase with some VRPs. So if you have not tried it out yet, and I actually have not tried it out yet, I actually don't think I've got it yet. Get into the store, pick it up, and take it out for a spin. But there's a few of them out there. It's like we got 1, 2, 3. It's like we have 4 in there this evening. John Wyzorek, Grammy Dog, and see Russell O'Hara, and then Supa. VRP, that's right. Exclamation point riot, right along with it. I believe John Wyzorek, it's on him, as he's probably the first person that will start a flying lap. So Auto Director is going to kind of flow through people here as we go through qualifying. About 18 minutes to go. We'll see some time start popping up here within the next couple minutes. We'll find out where folks kind of fall into place, and then after this qualifying, we'll have 90 minutes worth of racing. As always with the ranked events, the pit stop or the pit strategy or whatever you want to call it is fully open. So folks don't have to satisfy any requirements. They can take fuel only with no tires. They can take all tires. They can take 2. They can take no. They can do whatever they want. Since it's completely open and it's not set like the hour-long sessions, the 60-minute races where there is a mandatory pit. So, but I believe John probably went a little too wide after turn 1 and invalidated his lap. So it's moved here to Ramiro Perez in the Lotus. He's probably now the first person on a flying lap. So all sectors for him will be purple. As he will probably be the first person to set a time. So we're going to figure out where the baseline is, or where the top spot might be here in a few minutes. And there was that the Mobile 1 curve. And there's going to be 15 and 16, as I said. We might see some people start to run a little bit wide there, especially as tires start to burn off and really lose their grip. You'll see folks start shifting out that way. So there you go. Ramiro Perez with a 149.335. Grimy Dog, about 1 second behind in the orange Mercedes there. John Pardo. He's purple through Sector 1, so as of right now, a little bit faster than Ramiro Perez through Sector 1. And we'll see how long it stays here on him, or if it jumps off, then maybe we'll jump right back to where he falls after Sector 2. But here he is into the Mercedes Arena, turn 8 into 9 and 10. The Baby S. There's a few of them. There's about 3 of them, as I like to call them. So as you can see, he's purple Sector 1. He's green Sector 2. So the Sector 3 for him will really make or break if he can be faster than Ramiro Perez, or at least he will definitely at least be P2 if he's not P1, as he should be faster than Spriggs there in the current P2. But as he comes around 15, 16, across the start-finish line, a 149.349. So he... Oh my. He was really close to P1, but Van Fiepelen from Germany has just set a 148.688. So he has put Ramiro Perez about 0.6 in P2, Pardo almost 0.8 in P3. And John Y. Zorak says, no, I will not be outdone. And he goes with a 148.688. No, he doesn't. I'm getting all mixed up. John Y. Zorak says, well, I'll sit there in P2 for a second, maybe find some clean air, and then try again. But he's about 1/10 off P1. Too many names popping in there, so it's messing me up. Nedelko, or yeah, I'll just do that. Nedelko, where's he from? What's that flag? From Slovenia. 0.4 off there in P3 in the Lotus, which I believe, just from chatter within the Discord, I believe the Lotus will be not the car to beat, but there will be a lot of Lotuses out there, as that seems to be a strong car here around Hockenheimring. Well, it's a strong car altogether in the GT4s, but it might also be pretty strong around Hockenheimring. And Diego Jungs, as he is familiar to us. He is normally around for the weekly events. Green Sector 1 for him. This is probably his first flying lap, or at least his first valid lap, perhaps. I don't think he's on the board yet. Oh, yeah, he is on there in P9. So he's definitely going faster through Sector 1 than his current P9 time. And looks like through Sector 2 there, he was not green once again. So slower on this lap through Sector 2 than what he was on the valid lap that he set. As he comes through turns 15 and 16. We're going to find out where he ends up. If he can do better than P9, or if he will be still in P9 with the current time he has. And yes, he will stay in P9. So sectors 2 and 3 were slower for that. John Spriggs here from the UK, currently on a purple Sector 1. We're going to find out where he goes. Sector 2 here. He's in the Porsche. And he's on a green Sector 2. So I don't know if this will be enough to put him on P1, but this should move him up higher than P8 at the moment. As I said, through the 15, 16, held it in there. Did not go too wide. Not too wide on the exit of 16. Across the line, and he's going to be up to P5. So for him, as he decides to go around again. And Supa Siwas. That's how I'm going to say it. That may be wrong, but that's how I'm going to go about it. With the fastest Sector 1 at the moment. We'll find out where he goes through Sector 2. Let's move in. Let's move to his dash there. As he comes through the Mercedes. Nah, that's not the Mercedes. That's the Sachs. That's turn 12 there. As he comes up to 13, 14. And then here's 15, 16. Keeping it in tight. Trying to get a tight exit, which he does. Keeps all 4 tires mostly on the pavement. Comes across the line. And he's going to move up. Well, he's going to be P5. No, he's not. Look at the wrong thing. He's P9 now. I'm not used to all these names. So many names out there. Well, let's go back to Auto Director. And I'll stop talking for a couple minutes. We'll come back. It's going to cycle through, folks. So we're all going to find out here in 9 minutes where all the chips will fall, where everyone will start. All right, everyone. Under 3 minutes to go. Down to the nitty-gritty for qualifying. We're going to find out who can be the top spot. John Wyzorek here. Purples 1, 2, and 3. Well, I don't know how he purpled one. I don't know how they're all purpling sectors, but he didn't move up to P1. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But John Wyzorek is 2 100ths off the lead time in P2. Mohammed is jumping up there to P3, so a great lap from him. About 3/10 off of P1. William Doms. That's how I'm gonna say it. Doms. William Doms from Brazil in the KTM, the Expo. He had a purple Sector 1, so everyone's ramping up in Sector 1, it seems. That's starting to get super fast, it seems, but we are now down to 1 minute and 30 seconds. So anyone that's probably crossed the start-finish line, as of 10-15 seconds ago, should be able to get one more lap in, or at least finish the lap. Anyone else now, if they're trying, will not be able to complete the lap, as Raceroom doesn't allow laps to continue to happen after the timer goes. So here comes John Wyzorek into 15-16. Once again has purpled Sector 1 and 2. Keeping it nice and tight there through 16. A little extra wide there, but he might get a good slingshot, and was about 1/10 off the pace in Sector 3, so he did not achieve P1 with that lap. It looked to be a fairly good lap up until the end of Sector 3 there. Ramiro Perez has about 30 seconds left. I do not believe he will make it. So there you go. There's your results. So P1, Warschel van Fiepland from Germany with a 148.688. John Wyzorek, 148.709. William Doms, 148.926. There's your P1, 2, 3. Mohammed there, 149 flat almost in P4. Luka Nedelko. He's from Slovenia, 149 something. They're all moving on me now. Like Keith Hurst there in P6, 149.26. All the way down, 25 people set a time, and we have 26 people in the server. So we've lost about 8 folks from the start of practice to the end of qualifying there. So now everyone will be getting their strategies in order, their fuel in order, getting any last-minute preparations, pep talks, psyching themselves up, anything they need to do here before hitting the drive button to get to the grid before the timer runs out. And once everyone gets onto the grid, the lights will go on and they'll go out. Once everyone shows up here in my software, we will switch to... We'll try to switch to somebody. Maybe in the middle of the pack, or, we'll start in the middle and then kind of maybe move our way forward. But we're down to about 10 seconds. I don't know who may still be left in the pit, but if anyone's left in the pit, once the timer goes out, then they will be starting from the pit. So hopefully everyone's getting close to hitting that button. I have no idea. Let's go Ramiro Perez here in P7. We'll do the TV camera. 26 people are out there. 26 people are in the server. So Keshin Hall and Grimy Dog have moved down to 25, 26 somehow. Not sure where they started at, or something's going crazy. So here's Ramiro Perez, and there is some carnage already there in turn 1. Some contact between a few people there. John Wyzorek and Van Fieplen are trying to jump away as far as they can. Let's move it to them. It's going to be tight. So John there starting in P2 has already moved into P1. He's going to do all he can to pull away. Muhammad there in the Lotus is giving Van Veepelen all he can handle. Right on the bumper, kind of all over the place, sliding back and forth, maybe trying to find a good way to get by. Here's the dash cam coming into the hairpin, as I was saying. Pretty heavy onto the brakes. Try to cut as much of the hairpin as you can onto the throttle, and off they go. John 2 Pardo, very close to William Doms here, 5 and 6. Rashad Murphy with a slowdown penalty. Pardo takes a lot out of that corner. No slowdown for him, but I'm sure he got an incident for going off. Nicholas Cortez with a slowdown. Here's Grimy Dog coming through the Mercedes arena. Pretty nice gap between the person in front and behind him. And there goes someone really wide. Who might that be? I don't know who that was. That was Keith Hurst going extra wide there in the Lotus. Not losing any position, but just taking a little extra distance, you could say. But there he is with a slowdown. So he must have been off one more time. So here's your P2 and 1. Very close. Good exits from both of them. Van Veepelen right on the back bumper of John there, up to the side. This is going to be very close coming into turn 1. Van Veepelen very smart there to back off ever so slightly. And saving it for another time. We got a bunch of yellows back here. Someone is around, someone's off, someone's doing something. There is Frederick. Got turned around there, which threw a bunch of yellow flags for a lot of people. And he's on his way once again. Everyone is super close. Muhammad here. Once again, so Van Veepelen has gotten ahead of Mr. Wyzorak. John goes a little bit wide there. Probably did that just to not go into the back of Van Veepelen. But John's dropped down to 5 from that. I'm sure he'll make his way up. Muhammad here in P2 as they come down to turn 8, 9, 10 through the Mercedes arena. I'm sure they're all cheering as loud as they can be in the Mercedes arena for these fine folks out here today on the Hockenheimring. But Van Veepelen there pulling away ever so slightly through turn 10 up into turn 11, 12. The Mobile 1. Turn 11 through there. Who else we got? John Spriggs back here. Very close stuff. John Wyzorak, Ramiro Perez, John Spriggs, Pardo, Mercedes, Lotus, Porsche, Mercedes. No, Lotus. Not enough Mercedes out there. Here they all come through. 15, 16, down to the start-finish line. They're all snaking around, trying to get a little bit of a draft before P1. Not that I think we'll see anybody. So folks are going to have to, as you saw Ramiro Perez there, kind of just cut the curb in half with his car. If you get too much of your inside tires, your left side tires on that curb, I don't think you'll roll it, but you might end up with a little bit of damage after hitting it too many times. That curb can get pretty dangerous eventually. But here we go down to the hairpin once again. A lot of action is going to happen at the hairpin. Spaces, positions can be gained or lost on the hairpin. As you can see, Spriggs gets around Wyzorak and puts John down one more spot. John, being who he is and how good he is, will be right back on the bumper as fast as he can. And he will definitely be battling for position all day long, no matter where he is. I'm going to assume it'll be near the front. We're going to jump back to the further back here, Sean Pat and the orange BMW in P20. He is very close to Gluck, Christian Gluck in P19. I see Ian McClure and Jeff Hooten very close. Pardo gets around Jeff Hooten Jeff Hooten doesn't let him get that far away in the Audi. The only Audi out there, is it? Yeah, there's two of them. Thomas Cowart and Jeff Hooten out there in the Audis. As they come down the start-finish line, single file, no one trying to break any of the draft if they can. Get a little slipstream through turn one, keeping it wide to not hit any curbing. And off they go. Keith Hurst is he's going to send it, not in a bad way. He's just going to send it on the inside, which is a very good move right around Mr. McClure there. And he jumps up into P11. He's going to try to stay right behind Hooten there in P10 to maybe get a little bit closer down through Parabolica, down to the hairpin. As long as you stay right here, as we see some folks kind of jockey back and forth, left and right through the hairpin. Then we see Pardo get ahead of John Wyzorak in P9. Jeff Hooten, Keith Hurst here, P10, 11. Into the Mercedes arena as always, every lap. As people are still cheering. I saw some folks on their feet. It's amazing. It's great. What do we got? We'll just stick it right here for right now. Let's go TV. Jeff Hooten. Jeff Hooten's getting really close to John. P9, P10. What's Twitch doing? Fuel save for maybe John? I don't know. I'm not sure who's fuel saving. I don't know enough about what the fuel strategy should have been or would have been with the GT4s on the ring here, the Hockenheimring. So I don't know if people are just full sending it, or if there's going to be any fuel saving to go longer. Or I don't know if anyone could really go on a full tank for 90 minutes, but he's in fuel save, going for 0 stops. He very well could be. Yeah, I don't know. I don't drive the GT4s very often. We are now in the Season 3 Championship, but I don't know. I don't know what's possible in these for 90 minutes around here, so we're all going to find out together. You'd think that I would know what's going on, but I don't. I'm right here with you. Right here with you in the catbird seat, figuring it all out together. It's a great shot here from the TV camera in the hairpin. You can see everyone kind of come together, try to get as far inside as possible of the hairpin to get a very good exit out of there. Jeff Hooten keeping it close with John Wyzorak. About 2/10 as they come here into the Mercedes arena. Jeff kind of just staying right behind. I don't know if he's going to... I'm sure he's trying to pass somewhere, which just tries to go out and in a little bit. He's on the outside of John there, right beside Keith Hurst. They're going to go 2 wide, maybe 3 wide. Maybe, what are they going to do? Turn 11. Some, a little bit of rubbing, ever so slightly. They're still sticking close, still going 2 wide. No one's giving an inch. Maybe a little bit more contact. Jeff decides just to slide right behind Keith Hurst there for a little bit. I guarantee you he will have many more chances to try to get by not just Keith, but whoever else he might be around. William Doms here, running for the Kings of Asphalt from Brazil, up here in P4, working on Luca Nedelko, which, now that I say that name, I think we've seen Luca Nedelko before. Nothing bad for that. It's just a name that I kind of remember now. Looks like Diego Jung's here, back here. A little squirrely on the exit of 1. A little squirrely on turn 1. Let's put him back down into P24. Keith Hurst. Keith Hurst is sending it in a good way, and has gotten in front of John Wyzorak, at least for a second. John's coming back on the hairpin, side by side. Gets ahead of John, and gets in front of him, and off they go. John, down into P10. Thank you, Emery, for the comment. I try my best. I'm really just talking through all this. I have no insider knowledge. I barely have any knowledge. But we're doing it. Let's see who got by who. Keshin Hall. Haven't really been on him yet, really at all here. He's in the Porsche as well. He's right behind Ramiro. Two Team GRG racers, P5, P6, and they're kind of just going about it. Ramiro Perez right there in front in the Lotus. Keshin Hall here in the Porsche. And they're kind of just going about it. They may be, I'm not sure. I'm sure they're battling for position, or they might just be hanging out, working with each other to try to get it as either as far into the race as possible, or if a no stop strategy is possible, they may be trying to do that as well. So, Grimy Dog down here, back here in P16 for Grimy in the orange Mercedes. They're cheering extra hard for him going through the Mercedes arena as the home manufacturer. Through turn one, who was that? That was Tiago Paganini. And here we go. There's a block of 4 people here. You've got Paganini, Grimy Dog, Thomas Cowart, Christian Gluck, forming like a diamond down the parabolica here, coming into the hairpin. Who knows what's going to happen? Someone is going to absolutely send it. Grimy Dog sending it. Everyone going a little bit wide. A little bit of contact there between, I think that's Christian Gluck and Thomas Cowart. Grimy manages to get in front of the pack there in P15. And onward they go. So, a little crazy into the hairpin there, but that's expected. That it doesn't come up on you, obviously, because you have the entire parabolica to kind of prepare for the hairpin. But you know, you might forget where you are at times, and then the hairpin comes up on you fast, and you slam on the brakes. I'm not saying they did that. I'm not accusing anyone of any of this. I'm just saying there have been times I've done that. You're in the parabolica just hanging out, full out for as long as it is, and then bam, hairpin. Welcome to life. Welcome to reality when it comes to the hairpin. What do we got? Keshin Hall up here getting close. So Keshin Hall, Ramiro Perez getting very close for P5, P6. These two are about 4 seconds behind P4 with William Doms. As you just saw William Doms go out of the picture there in the KTM. The lead KTM of the two out there. So your top 4, you got a Porsche in P1, Lotus P2, Lotus P3, KTM P4, and then a Lotus in P5. So the Lotus popular, the Lotus strong is what I'm learning here from P5 through P1. John Y. Zorak, very close to Ian McClure, into the hairpin once again. Someone goes out. Looks like Grimy Dog. It was in the orange Mercedes. Not sure if he was touched. Not sure if he just lost it. But he has gotten back on. He's getting back going. He's coming slow. Has some damage to the front end. We will find out. We will check back in with him. But here's John Y. Zorak with Ian McClure. Supa Siwas right behind him as they come flying through turn 11, going up to turn 12. There's 10 people, I think, watching this. Thank you to all you, all the viewers out there currently on Twitch. If you're watching this later on YouTube, thank you to you as well. Make sure to follow. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to give a thumbs up, give a comment. Say something in the chat if you're out there and you want to chat along. Ask any questions of myself, of the race, of anything. Try to answer it for you. I'm not an auto director, which I don't want to be. There goes John through turn 1. It's like Grimy Dog has unfortunately retired, so that's crash into the wall. I'm not sure how he got into the wall, but that has resulted in a retirement, unfortunately for him. Rashad Murphy back here. Amar Tamara from France. They're in P19, so Brashad trying to get close to Amar there in P19 to potentially get around. Supa down around the Parabolica into the hairpin. Who will outbrake who? Supa's gonna outbrake, keep it on the tarmac, keep it on the pavement, and away he goes. So Mercedes on Mercedes there. The crowd in the arena just gonna go ballistic once those two go through there. They want a home win. These two want to give it to them. There they go. Luca Nedelko up here into P2. Getting very close to Muhammad. He's in P3. Getting close to Muhammad in P2. These two are about 5 seconds behind P1. Van Fiepland has pulled out to a pretty commanding lead of 5 seconds. There he is at the bottom of your screen. And Nedelko and Muhammad here. Let's go on board with Nedelko. We can kind of see. Muhammad there goes a little bit wide. Gets a slow down penalty. So this is going to bring Nedelko even closer to Muhammad. As not sure how long the slowdown was, but you obviously have to serve that within, I think, like a 50-second period. I see a bunch of yellow flags back here. Ramiro Perez. It's all cleared, but Ramiro has dropped back to P11. He was in P6. So something happened with him. He may have gone a little bit wide there. Where is he? Maybe on turn 1. Maybe hit the curb on the inside. Pushed him way out. Looks like his car might have a little bit of problems. Potentially. Kind of jerking back and forth there ever so slightly. Grammy retired. I saw that. That's too bad, Grammy. Christian Gluck back here, P17. Very close to Thomas Cowart there in the green Audi. Good exits from both of them. Looks like Cowart's going to hold just ahead of Gluck there. Brashad Murphy, we looked at him just a bit ago, but he's ever so closer there to Tamara. P19, P20. They're kind of just biding their time. You can see how it goes. Jumping back up to Nedelko here. 6/10 behind. 4/10 now. Behind Muhammad, P3. Muhammad running a very, very good race at the moment. I forget where he started. No damage to the car, just not feeling it. Yeah. I have those days as well, Grammy. It's a shame, but, you got to do what you got to do. You'll get it next time. Get ready for Friday for the GT4 at Mid-Ohio. What are we going to do here? Pardo and John Spriggs, P6, P7. Spriggs, about 8 or 9 tenths there off of Keshen Hall. In P5. Everyone's kind of at this point now starting to space out ever so slightly to at least over a second between everyone. We are now almost about 20 minutes into the race. 70 minutes left to go. Thomas Cowart here. Thomas Cowart, Christian Gluck. Right here, very close behind Paganini and the Red Lotus there right in front. P15, 16, 17 between these three here. All of them getting a little bit extra of the candy stripe curbs on the outside. It looks like Christian Gluck has gotten to the inside, has gotten around Thomas Cowart, and is now trying to get around Paganini. And they've all come back into a single file down the Parabolica. We're going to follow them into the hairpin as these three are. And anything could happen right here. There goes Christian Gluck. Ooh. Very much to the inside. I don't know if you consider that to be a dive bomb. That was very missile-like onto the inside of the hairpin. Paganini still in P15. Christian Gluck there dives to the inside once again. Gets around. Thomas Cowart here behind these two. Might just be potentially not waiting for these two to not take each other out, but maybe have a little bit more contact for him to just pass right on by. I see a red number. John Spriggs here, very close to Keshen Hall, and is now going through turn 1. They're going to drag race themselves back down to turn 2 with Keith Hurst there right in tow. Or no, Pardo. Keith Hurst is not that far behind. Let's follow them down. Here comes John Spriggs to the outside. Maybe trying to do an out and in. Not quite. Stays right behind. Just stays right behind Keshen Hall there. Porsche on Porsche action. Coming through down the Mercedes Arena. They might be booing these two as a Porsche. I don't know. There goes John Spriggs to the outside. It's a little squirrely. Comes right back on though. Pardo stays right behind. And he has lost a little bit of time there to Keshen Hall, but is still in it. William Doms here. The lawnmower KTM. I shouldn't talk bad because I'm actually driving one on Friday nights, so not in real life in this game. But it seems like a lawnmower. But he's under a second here to Nedelko in P3. They are both chasing Mohammed there in P2, which is that Lotus right there in front of these two as they come into turn 1. Looks like all of them missed the inside curbing pretty well there. I see Ramiro Perez very close to Nicholas Cortez. Lotus on Lotus action now. As they come through turn 1. Ramiro gets a very good run off turn 1. Let's go dash cam. There he is. There he goes side by side through turn 2. Side by side through turn 3 and 4. Out to the Parabolica. All the way down. And Ramiro gets ahead. But, as we've done on the previous laps here, if there's someone close coming into the hairpin, I like to follow because all kinds of stuff happens at the hairpin. No action here, but also nothing else as well. Onward we go. These three here are very close again. You have John Spriggs, P6. John Stu Pardo in P7, and then Keith Hurst there, which is who we are, who we're on there in P8. You've actually got who's that? Keshin Hall is the lead car of this 4-pack. So this is 5, 6, 7, and 8, all very close. Keith Hurst goes off. Slides back ever so slightly. John Spriggs right on the backside of Keshin Hall, coming out of turn 16. Down to the start-finish line. To turn 1. We just saw this last lap, so these two have been basically battling for the entire lap. And Keith Hurst gets to slow down at the backside of this pack, but they are now fanning out, trying to do what they can to get ahead, but nobody does. They keep where they are, and of course we're following this four of positions to the hairpin, because anything, everything, or nothing could happen, and we'll find out. Here they come. Keshin Hall, John Spriggs. We saw this almost last time. A little out, in, nothing, behind. All four keep the status quo. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's go in with John Spriggs. Keshin goes a little bit out. John Spriggs goes a little bit in. Here they come into the arena. I didn't really notice any coming here. And they're still 5, 6, 7, and 8. Here's Pardo. A little too hot through there. A little too hot through turn 11. Puts him out into the gravel. He may now have to wait just a little bit. Maybe not the safest rejoins, but no collateral damage for anyone for him coming back on. He has dropped back down to P11. John Spriggs still very close to Keshin Hall, with Keith Hurst right in tow. These three, let's go inside with Keith Hurst. This will give you the best view of action of anything going on. So you just saw Spriggs and Hurst there get a lot of that inside curb. Looks like no damage to anyone. See yellow flags popping up on the software, so someone's having an issue somewhere. Just not sure who. As we're following these three, let's go to the TV camera, to the hairpin, to the wall. Not really the wall. Just throwing out music lyrics for everyone that's still hanging on with this insane stream. Thank you. A great run from Spriggs. These guys are now side by side. We're going inside. Spriggs gets ahead of Keshin Hall. And Hurst is going to pick his spots to try to maybe grab a spot from Keshin Hall. Maybe try to grab one from John Spriggs as well. 5, 6, and 7. And we're going to stay right here for just a moment. As Keith Hurst goes a little extra wide. Comes back on. I don't know if that's going to result in any slowdown or not. Looks like it does not. They're coming into 12, 13, 14. Still holding on. 5, 6, and 7. Up into turns 15, 16. A little bit of contact, perhaps. I don't know if that was a little... all kinds of squirrely stuff going on. Let's go TV camera. We need to catch this. So I'm not sure what's happening here, but they're forming like a flying V. It's like the Mighty Ducks into turn 1. Oh boy. No contact. That was very impressive by all three of those individuals there. Not sure what happened on 15, 16. I don't know. Contact, and then everyone just got a little wobbly. But these three hanging on for 5, 6, and 7. We'll follow to the hairpin. Here they go. Keith Hurst potentially to the inside. no-go there. And they continue on. Who else we have? William Doms. Still very close to Luca Nedelko, who they are not that far behind Muhammad there in P2. This group of folks are about 10 seconds behind P1. You know what? Let's check out where P1 is. He's just now coming across the start-finish line. Warschel van Fiepland. I'm sure I butchered that entire name, and I apologize for that. But he has a 9-second lead over Muhammad in P2. And he is just kind of rolling along at the moment. No issues, no traffic, nothing at the moment. So he is sitting on easy street for the time being. William Doms, very close to Luca Nedelko. This is P3 and P4. The KTM with the windshield wiper stuck right in the middle. I don't know if that is by design of the car or just the way it is in the game, but if you're a passenger, that is annoying. As it kind of is right now for me. Here we go into the hairpin. No issues there. So they are soldiering on at the moment. Keith Hurst, is he going to try it? Is he going to do it? He will not for the moment. So this battle of 5, 6, and 7 is still on the stove, still hot, still going. We're going to see where these guys end up. As you can see, Keshan Hall there and Keith Hurst have fallen not that far behind John there in P5, but about 7/10 behind P5. So John Spriggs has a little bit of buffer between these two behind him. But as always, my goodness, they get close to that wall coming out there. That's scary to see from the TV camera. So William Doms and Luca Nedelko, very close. Maybe a little contact. I don't know what that was. I don't know if that was ping or if that was actual contact. Oh, that's William Doms there on Muhammad. So we're going to find out what happens here in the hairpin. What William will try to do. Luca Nedelko has dropped back to P4. These three very close together. Battle for P2 through 4. We'll follow them around for a bit. See what happens. See what the outcome comes from this. So Luca has dropped back a little bit. William Doms there ever so close to Muhammad. We'll go on board. As we go through 13, 14, up to 15, 16. William Doms keeping it very close to Muhammad here. Right above, right ahead. P2, P3, where we are under an hour. We have 55 minutes left of the race. This battle here is about 13 seconds behind P1. As they go through turn 1. Looks like Doms has the better run off of turn 1. Will he try to go to the inside? He will not. Will he get a good run off of 2, 3, and 4? Won't at the moment. But we will see what happens when we come down to the hairpin at turn 6. Through the parabolica, the long parabolica. The parabolica and hairpin that most folks hate. Here we go. Luca Nedelko has pulled himself back into the fold. And they stay 2, 3, and 4. We will stay with them. This is a very close battle between 3 folks on the racetrack at the moment. There seem to be other battles ongoing as well. Ramiro Perez has just gotten past Jeff Hooten back in P8 and 9. William Doms looking for some daylight ahead of Muhammad there. Doesn't quite see it. Comes into turn 11 up to 12 and 13. Right on the back panel, right on the back bumper. Let's go back to TV camera. John Spriggs, Keith Hurst, very close to each other. John Spriggs in 6th place. William Doms, as we're following along here. Kings of Asphalt, sitting in P3. Wants that P2. Be interesting if he can get the P2, if he can actually pull away. It's like he maybe got a little bit loose there out of turn 4. Well, not loose, but just got a little extra wobble from the car. Pushed him back a little bit from Muhammad in P2. But these 3 are working hard for these positions at the moment. As you see them come into the hairpin. Luca Nedelko there gets a slowdown. That will push him back a little bit from these 2 here. Which it has. Nedelko back there. Hitting the curb. A little sideways. A little not. William Doms wants this position. He wants it bad. But Muhammad is doing a very good job there. But Doms might have the run. Coming out of 16. A little extra slingshot. And do a little out and in action on turn 1 there. But these 3 are very close for podium positions. Under 51 to go, almost 50 minutes to go. I don't think anyone's made a pit stop yet. There is no mandatory pit stop, so pit stops can happen at any time. I'm keeping an eye on the software just to see if anyone heads to the pit, which no one has yet. Nedelko trying to get to the backside of William Doms. And these 3 are just hanging out. We're going to move back. Keith Hurst, Keshen Hall, P6, P7. Along with John Spriggs there in P5. So you've got 2, 3, and 4 all bunched together for position, and then you have 5, 6, and 7 right here, all bunched for position. And then about 5 seconds back is Ramiro Perez in P8. So quite the gap back to P8, and then quite the gap there from from Keshen up to John Spriggs. John Spriggs up to Nedelko in 4. So, oof. I could see someone hitting that outcropping of wall at some point. Some folks are getting super close there. It's scary. Grammy, I'm happy that you're here. I wish you were also in the race, but if it feels better to watch than actually be in there, I'm happy you're here watching. William Doms, once again, just trying. These three are just on the level. They're on the edge. Williams trying to go to the inside, trying to get the run. They're going to drag race down the Parabolica all the way. The hairpin will be where this battle either continues or changes hands or whatnot. But Nedelko's right there. He's made up the time that he had from his slowdown. But yeah, William Doms goes a little bit wide, maybe just to avoid Muhammad there a little bit, as it looked like he had pretty good power coming out of the hairpin. But 5, 6, and 7, onward they are. See, Keshin Hall and Keith Hurst are back here, are on it, are trying. Ooh, a little bit of a break there from Keith Hurst. Probably save going well to the inside. And he is backed off just ever so slightly. I'm sure he will be right back up there to Keshin Hall very, very soon. I know we've been on these three a lot, but this is a very tight battle, and a very good battle for 2, 3, and 4. These three are now 18 seconds behind P1, and Van Fiepelen has yet to pit, and Muhammad is just keeping right in front of William Doms. Turn 1. That's a great run off turn 1 for Doms. He might have the advantage into turn 2 here. He does. No contact. And after all that time, he has finally got ahead of Muhammad up into P2. And obviously, Muhammad and Luca Nedelko will not really be going anywhere as they come through the Parabolica down to the hairpin. Muhammad has the position back for P2. William Doms goes to the outside, goes a little bit wide. Luca tries to get to the side, cannot. And Muhammad has P2 back. Let's go John, Team Toadline. Yes, sir. Where's he at right now? John Wyzorak in P13. Sean Patterson into the pits. First person I've seen pit. So 46 minutes to go. He's in with the Boatworks BMW. So we'll start to keep an eye on folks that might be pitting. I believe that is the first person to pit. So he's probably only doing a one stop. So he should be fine for the rest of the race. And we'll see where it all cycles around once other folks start to pit as well. Muhammad diving to the pits. So there's your second person to pit. Hopefully no speeding in there for Muhammad. But William Doms and Luca Nedelko will take P2 and P3 as Muhammad comes into the pits. We'll see what he's going to take real fast. Then we'll move on. But he is dropping down the order as folks come by. I'm sure he's getting fuel. We'll see if his car raises up to see what tires he gets. That's really what I want to see, and then I'm going to move off. All four. So he's getting all 4 tires. So we will see where he cycles back out. Pardo. These guys are in the same livery. That's what's messing me up. So Pardo and Muhammad are both into the pits. Luca Nedelko staying close to William Doms in P2, P3. Keith Hurst and Keshin Hall just cannot seem to lose each other as they are both a part of GRG. And they are both sitting here for P5 and P6. Once again, for anyone, everyone who's currently watching on Twitch with me here right now, live, thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by. If you're new to the channel and you're not following, make sure and throw up a follow if this is the kind of content you like. Very laid back, obviously. Streams of Raceroom races mostly, with folks from the North America Raceroom, but then also, as you can see, folks from kind of all over the world. So if this is interesting to you, if this is kind of giving you what you want to watch on Twitch, give us a follow. It's always appreciated. Keith Hurst into the pits. So now the positions are very widespread. Jeff Hooten, is this live? This is live. Is that supposed to be I am sexy or 1 am sexy? Whatever you are, you must be sexy. This is live. Oh yeah. Yeah, we were chatting during a replay. Yeah, this is live. I think you came by in a replay one time, or a rerun. But yes, live in the moment, right now. Luca Nedelko, P3. Keith Hurst still in the pit. Luca Nedelko there trying to stay close to William Doms in P2. Both of these folks, 1 seconds now back from P1. Van Fieplin. Supa Sibus. We were on him earlier. He's in the Mercedes here in P9, trying to stay close to Nicholas Cortez in the Lotus of P8. Yes. Yeah, if it's ever, well, the I am sexy there. The one time you stopped by during the rerun, yeah, the channel title was not updated. So if you see live, that means this thing's usually alive. Where if I ever do a replay or a rerun, I will update it to say replay or rerun. For future reference, if you see it where it says live, then that means it's live. It may not be me talking, as I might be racing while it's streaming, but it's in the moment, at that moment, for a live stream. Muhammad's a friend of yours. Yeah, I don't know what time it is. I'm terrible with time zones, but yeah, it has to be super early there for him. Who was that going around sideways? Was that Nicholas Cortez? That was. So Nicholas Cortez coming out of 15-16. Gets a little sideways, gets a little slidey. Goes to the inside. John Wazorek here now, back up in a 10. Trying to steal away P9 after the... which he does. John Wazorek steals P9 there after the issue. For Nicholas Cortez. Yeah. Where are we here? So you have Jeff Hooten in P6. Oh my goodness. Audi on Mercedes action. Oh my goodness, that Mercedes. Who is that? Oh my goodness. That was... Who was that? Was that Russell O'Hara? Yeah. So, some run-ins there. I don't know whose fault that might have been. I'm not a steward at the moment, so I'm not passing any judgment. But Russell O'Hara kind of get a little contact there with... who was that even? Ramiro? Yeah, Ramiro and Jeff Hooten. A little bit of contact, both of them at the hairpin with Russell O'Hara back there in P23. Rashad Murphy into the pits, coming out of the pits now. I haven't seen any, cross fingers, knock on wood, whatever you want to do. I have not seen any drive-thrus as of yet for speeding in the pit lane. So good on everyone who's come into the pits to not have an issue in or out of the pit. Is this part of a league or is this a single race event? So this is just every Wednesday, Raceroom does an endurance race, kind of a miniature endurance race, I guess you could say. Every Wednesday is at least a race of 90 minutes or more, usually 90 minutes to 2 hours. Official servers, ranked stuff, Raceroom puts it on. So we stream it because we have a lot of people from our Discord community in the server. So, we stream it for their benefit. We also stream it for your benefit here watching. So we do this really as just a courtesy. But then Monday night and Friday night, we stream like our community events, our seasonal championship league as well. So D-Doc, Derek, how come you're not in here with the GT4 Mercedes? You should be. But yo, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Who are we on? Nicholas Cortez. I don't want to be there anymore. Let's go to Ramiro Perez. And if you remember just a few minutes ago, Jeff Hooten and Ramiro Perez, a little contact with Russell O'Hara, now back in P24, coming out of the hairpin. Going into the hairpin and coming out of the hairpin. So, I promised my wife we'd watch this Schumacher documentary together. Very nice. Very good. You're a good man. We'll see you next Wednesday. I mean, well, I'm not awesome. I do this. Our community does these streams for the folks in there because, I mean, they're fun to watch. It's fun to stream this stuff too. But then, for anyone to stop by, like everyone right here on Twitch and even on the YouTube side of things, for anyone who might want to watch it there, I mean, it's fun to do for everyone. I'm average at best. That is correct, Eric. I'm very average when it comes to this. I'm not a commentator. I'm not a broadcaster. I'm not professional in any way whatsoever. I merely operate the software given and basically tell you what you can see on track at that moment. Like Ramiro Perez here, Jeff Hooten, very close. I don't know who they just passed. They passed someone that has to be a lap down. Probably Tapia in P21, which, if you're keeping score at home, I think he's on a controller. I think he's away from his wheel and stuff, and he's in there with a controller. So good on him for attempting. I've done Raceroom with a controller, and it is tough. It is not the most friendly thing to do with a, I'm assuming probably an Xbox controller in here. So 90 minutes with that is that deserves some kind of an applause. I'm pretty sure it could even attract more people to Earth. So that's what we're trying to do that's what we're trying to do with the North America Raceroom community. But also, I'm a nice guy, so the D-Doc there, Derek McCord, they have their community, GRG. They do stuff with Raceroom. They also do stuff with other sims as well. So there are a few communities in North America that, we're all working together. We're all trying to bring more people into Raceroom. We're also just trying to bring more people really into sim racing all into one place to have fun, to really get together and do all this stuff. So the more people we can find for Raceroom in the Americas time zones, the better for everyone in this part of the world, because on a normal weeknight around 8-9 o'clock, the servers are usually fully empty. Ian McClure into the pits, taking all 4 tires. We'll probably see this often once people start to come in. Thomas Cowart also in fuel and probably all 4 tires. Ramiro Perez up into 5th, working on Jeff Hooten. Like he's doing a little bit of drifting through there. I don't know what's going on. They are making contact. Ramiro is kind of all over the place. I would have to assume that's his connection to the server, not mine, because everyone else for me looks good. So, let's hope that connection stabilizes for Ramiro and he can continue on and finish this race. We're under 35 minutes. It goes like that. He's into the pits. Good for him. Has a little bit of a slowdown penalty. I don't know what that means when you come into the pits with a slowdown penalty. I don't think it means anything. He'll probably have to serve that once he comes out. Luca Nedelko. Oh, Van Fiepland must have been into the pit at some point somewhere, as he's now P4. Luca Nedelko was P3, I believe. He's in the pits. Ramirez in there, as we just saw. John White Zorak started this race P2, dropped down to about P13, 14, and has now worked his way back up to P5. Some folks in the chat thinks he's going to do a no stop. I should put a poll up. That'd be cool, but I'm not going to. So everyone following along at home, if you think he's going to do a no stop, say it in the chat. If you think he's going to do one, say it in the chat as well if you want to. It's going to be interesting. I don't know how big the Mercedes fuel tank is, so I don't know if a no stop is even possible. We're going to see. We're going to find out. So what do we have here? William Doms has probably yet to come in. I know the KTM babies those tires like no other, so we'll find out. Hopefully I pay attention and I see when he comes in for a pit, if he does, but he may only have to come in for fuel perhaps, if he's kind of holding on to his tires like I know the KTM can hold on to him. Keith Hurst. Like a rocket ship through the hairpin, no contact for anybody. Kind of lost a place. Oh, Luca Nedelko with a drive-through penalty. I did not cross fingers hard enough. There's your first drive-through of the night, unfortunately, with speeding either in or out of the pits. So he will have to serve that drive-through within the next 3 laps. Can't do no stop. Merckx has 48 laps of fuel. Okay. What are we on? Lap 30. So, at some point, I think John will have to come in. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to start seeing, I guess, the rest of everyone who has yet to pit come in. Nicholas Cortez has jumped into the pits. As I said, Van Fiepland was P1, had a commanding lead, is now into P4, so he must have come in at some point there for a pit stop. Has cycled back out to P4. So your current P1, William Doms in the KTM, Keshen Hall P2 in the red Porsche. Yeah, Jeff Hooten in the red and gray and red. Scarlet and gray. Derek McCord will like that. Scarlet and gray Ohio Buckeyes. Oh, Nicholas Cortez with a drive-through penalty. The Ohio State Buckeye Audi in P3. And then Van Fiepland with his Porsche in P4. So, John White Zorak, I don't think has yet to pit as well. P5 Merck. Flashing his lights for someone to get out of his way. Derek McCord, I'm going to allow it. I shouldn't, but I'm going to allow that statement because I am not mad about that statement. I will not say that statement. So if you're not on Twitch at the moment, you won't see what Derek McCord says, but you can probably think of what he says. I'm not a part of that cult either. I usually root against them because I like to see people just lose their minds when they lose. I'm guessing you're a University of Cincinnati fan, which is fine. I have nothing against them. John Wyzorek, P5. P1 through P5 are holding strong. I see yellow flags for someone. Luca Nedelko. Ooh. A little into the wall there. He also did have a drive-through somewhere. I don't know if that's what he just did, and kind of put it into the wall ever so slightly after Bowling Green. Fantastic. Put it into the wall after coming back out of the pits. I'm unsure. Jeff Hooten. Wait. Yeah. Thought maybe there was a change at the top, but there was not. So P1 through 5, still the same. We're going to keep an eye on all these folks. I don't think any of them have yet to pit, except for Van Fiepelen and P4. So Van Fiepelen might be in the catbird seat, as he has plenty of time between himself and P1 to take back those positions when they do come into pits. I'm surprised he is P13. He's a fast guy. Did he Bennett? I don't believe he has. Where is he? P13, P12. He's in that Mercedes. I don't think he has bended at all. I do forget though where he started this race. I want to say right in there between 11 and 15. So it's kind of just where he's been. So we'll see though. 28 minutes to go. Some more pit stops have yet to happen for some of these folks, so he could easily gain some more spots if he's pitted already. I don't know. Keston said he's going to ride or die till the end. Oh my. There you go. Insider information from Mr. Derek McCord. Keston Hall might be in it to win it. Maybe it won't stop. William Doms back to P5. Did he pit? I don't know. I'm just awful at. I'm usually pretty good. They go gray when they go in because they've slowed down. So the software thinks something's wrong with them, but they're really just in the pit. But he's now back to P5. I see yellow flags popping up for these folks here. There's a sideways car. That was Russell O'Hara facing the wrong way. Hopefully he does not. Hopefully he has a safe rejoin. It looks like he has. John Wyzorak to P4. Van Fiepelen has moved up to P3. William Doms is kind of back there, but he's now in P5. Russell O'Hara there having some more issues in the background. Hopefully it will not affect anyone on the lead lap. Jeff Hooten is going to push Keston Hall to his limit. Not his limit, but the limit. As Keston Hall is going to try to keep him behind while not making any type of mistakes. Sit on two wheels there a little bit. Jeff Hooten trying to get a very good run out of turn one. I don't think he's quite side by side, but he is close enough to try to get a good run off at 3 and 4. And they come down to the parabolic. We're going to stay right here. I see yellow flags popping up for everyone. I think Russell O'Hara is very slow. I don't know why he's continuing on, but he is. He should have gone to the pits, I would assume. Here we go. Jeff Hooten, Keston Hall, P1, P2, into the hairpin. It's like a heavyweight fight. It's like Van Fiepelen there. Kind of spinning the back tires a little bit. A little bit of a small drift around the hairpin. Might have that emergency brake on. I don't know if there is an emergency brake, but be cool if there was. But P1 through P3 only separated by 1 second. Keith Hurst with what? Did I say a drive-through penalty? Keith Hurst might have gotten a drive-through penalty for not slowing. There it was. So he was ignoring the slowdown warnings, and he now has a drive-through penalty. Unfortunate for him. Jeff Hooten out wide. Van Fiepelen coming to the inside. These three are just on it. We'll go forward with Van Fiepelen. Jeff Hooten gets a good run. Van Fiepelen's trying. Maybe a little bit of contact with Keston Hall there on the left. Backs out. So now Keston Hall to P2. Jeff Hooten has to slow down, so that's going to bring them even closer all together. Some good runs out of turn one. We'll follow this for a little bit. Let's go TV camera because they're going to be obviously coming down to the hairpin, which That might just that might be the deciding factor here in just a second on how these three shake out for the second part of the lap. It's like Keshen Hall gets the better inside line off the hairpin. Retakes P1. Jeff Hooten back into P2, and Van Fiepelen here just sitting comfortably in P3. Maybe biding his time. Maybe just not trying to kill the tires too fast. Let's go on. Let's go. Jeff Hooten wants the P1. He wants to take it. We saw him get in front right through here, similar to what happened on last lap. All of them out there. All of them doing some sick ollies off the curbing, side by side with Keshen Hall. This is fantastic. You can't tell from my voice, but this is fantastic racing. I'm not trying to get too excited, but I am excited on the inside. But Jeff Hooten takes your P1. Keshen Hall P2. Van Fiepelen P3. This is going to be, I'm fairly certain Jeff Hooten and Keshen Hall have yet to pit. Van Fiepelen has. So he knows this, I'm sure. And might be why he's not entirely pushing the envelope. He knows they will probably have to pit, and that will give him P1 back. So he might just be along for the show of P1 and P2 at the moment. Don't forget that P4, John Wyzorak, he's only about 5.8 seconds behind these three. So John is never out of it, wherever he might be on track. These three going into it. Keshen Hall retakes it back, but not as dominantly as he did on the first one. So they're going to be side by side going through here. I think the fans in the Mercedes arena might actually be cheering for these manufacturers. They're just swapping back and forth. A little bit of a touch, not much though. Keshen back into P2. Van Fiepelen is oh boy, side by side, flashing his lights, getting that slipstream. Yeah, he's definitely waiting. And like I said, he's probably waiting, but also probably knowing that a pit stop will have to maybe happen for those two. Or if Derek McCord is correct, then Keshen Hall is not going to. He will not pit. Maybe Jeff Hooten won't pit either. So maybe I'm totally wrong on anyone needing to pit. And these three really are in a full-out 21-minute sprint for P1, 2, and 3. I see a yellow flag. Pardo's by himself. Luca Nedelko back here. We'll go right back. Supa Siwas has moved up to P9, so he's gotten a few places from some pit stops, cycling through, trying to grab P8 away from Amar Tamara. Keshen Hall now back in P3. Van Fiepelen P2. Jeff Hooten P1. All good. Everything looks okay. Everything looks good. Van Fiepelen there with a slowdown. So that will bring Keshen Hall to his bumper. That will also slightly increase the lead from for Hooten. Let's go on board with Keshen. That way you can kind of see from not really his viewpoint perspective, but from in the car what he's seeing. It'll also allow us to keep kind of a little bit better track of 1 and 2. A great turnout tonight. A very great turnout. As of right now, 26 people started the race. 23 people are still out there. So a fantastic turnout for the GT4s here at the Hockenheimring. Not that I was doubting a good turnout, but you know, I wasn't expecting 23, 26 people to be at the start of the race, but it's awesome. At one point during practice, there were 34, so we had a full server at one point in practice, which is amazing. I enjoy this camera in the game. I enjoy this camera when it comes to this broadcast software because it really helps you kind of see the perspective, you know, of the cockpit view of the person driving the car, but then it also allows you to kind of see the battle if it's close battle in front of you. So as you saw there, Van Fiepelen went deep into the hairpin, but Hooten gets a better run. They're going side by side. Ramiro Perez slowdowns like crazy back there. But these three here are just very tight racing, clean racing as well. I really haven't seen too many bumps and whatnot, but Keshin with a masterful move there to kind of split Hooten and Van Fiepelen. And is he's going all out, as Derek McCord said. He's riding or dying. It's a great broadcast camera. Oh my goodness, Jeff Hooten goes around. I do not know if there was some contact there. Could not tell from the TV camera, but that has pushed him sideways through 15, 16. He'll have to get turned around. He does have 10 seconds before Spriggs there in P6, but that put him down from P1 to P5. Van Fiepelen, Hall here battling for P1 and 2. Wyzorak is now 1.3 seconds behind these two in P3, so he's come back. William Dobbs there is very close in P4, so things are heating up for 1 through 4, and that was a very sick move. That was a very good move. I'm not sure what happened on turns 15, 16 there with Hooten. I don't know if there was any contact with either one of Hall or Van Fiepelen, but unfortunate for him that Hooten did not go into the pits, so he's moved down another to Spriggs, so he's now in P6. Van Fiepelen and Hall are just, it's a Porsche battle with a Mercedes trying to JW pit. No, so John hasn't pitted yet. Keshin Hall hasn't pitted yet. I'm not even sure if William Dobbs has pitted yet. I think Van Fiepelen has, because he had that commanding lead in P1. He was P4 at one point, and things are getting hot and heavy here in the front. We got to go in. Let's go in the KTM here. Keep everything in perspective. Van Fiepelen, P1, Keshin Hall, P2, John Wyzorak there right beside William Dobbs, P3, P4. Okay, so William Dobbs did stop. So two of these folks here in the top 4 have stopped. Van Fiepelen in the Porsche and Dobbs in the KTM. Hall and Wyzorak have yet to stop. 15 minutes to go. I would have to assume they're not going to stop. Or if they do, it's a splash and dash, but that would certainly take them out of any type of contention, at least from P1 and 2. But there's 13 seconds, so that would not cover any time for even just a splash and dash. So they are fully on board, I think, with no stops, which is impressive. Oh, there's some contact. Oh, there's some contact. There's some contact. Hall went a little bit wide. John maybe got a little bit loose, a little bit sideways. Got into Van Fiepelen there. And ooh, I don't know what the. I'm not sure what is happening, but these four are not holding back any longer. They realize there are 15 minutes to go, so they are full sending it all the way around the track. GT4 don't have fuel maps. Yeah, I didn't think had fuel mapping, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure what magic Wyzorak and/or Keshen Hall have done to. What lap are we on? 42. Unless they, Grimy, you said what? There was about a 45 lap for a fuel tank. That's 3 more laps. All Van Fiepelen there get a little bit loose. You got a KTM pushing for P1, goes really wide, out of the slipstream of the other 3, but he's inside line. They're now going 3 wide down the parabolica into the hairpin. Let's go to this camera for all 4 of them. My goodness. A little bit of contact there between William Doms and Keshen Hall. And these four are insane. I mean, they're racing. They are racing all out. Van Fiepelen there, maybe a little bit short on the brake. Short on the brake point, goes wide. William Doms, KTM, P1. Keshen Hall now into P2. Van Fiepelen there right ahead in P3. We're on board with Mr. Wyzorak, just to keep everyone in the window to see how we go. That is a lapped car, I believe, of Russell O'Hara, right there in front of William Doms, out ahead of this battle. I don't know what. There goes Keshen Hall. So Keshen Hall into the pits. Derek McCord, he was riding or dying, and not that he's died, but he has taken it to the pits. We'll see where he comes out. William Doms up ahead there with a lapped car. And you know what? Let's go on the TV. Let's go. That Mercedes is not. Yeah, Russell O'Hara. That Mercedes is not being extremely polite to get out of the way. Is kind of full-on racing when not needing to be. But hey, oh my goodness. So as you can see, you know, the lap car being tied up with all of this. Van Fiepelen had to swerve out of the way to miss the Mr. O'Hara there in the middle of all this. John Wyzorak now into P2. Van Fiepelen right behind. Okay, Grimy, so 48 laps. What are we on? We're on lap 43. It's like 4 laps to go. About 140. It'll be close, and that may be what John is banking on. I mean, 48 to 49 is probably going to be the number. So his earlier stint of kind of falling back and maybe not going 100%. Maybe that's what's going to prove to help him potentially get P2. But William Doms here in P1, the KTM going out of the shot with Van Fiepelen here half pitted. So John really now is just doing all he can to not block, but defend his position of P2. Maybe get lucky if William Doms has maybe an issue or a solo incident. or comes along some extra lapped vehicles. Russell doesn't know blue flag rule. Well, yeah, Raceroom does have the blue flags, but then Raceroom also does not really enforce them. So I mean, it'll show you a blue flag, but you're not penalized for ignoring them per se. So if you're not savvy, but if you see them in the game and you don't really either understand or want to acknowledge them, then you can continue on your way with no penalties within the game. So it's really up to the person to be polite enough to get out of the way. But Russell O'Hara there, not saying he's not polite, but could have easily have gotten out of the way of those three to allow them to kind of battle onward. But William Doms now has a almost 4 second lead for P1, where Mr. John Wyzorek and Van Fiepelen here, P2 and P3, in a battle of 0.2 of a second. Through turn 1, putting it on 2 wheels. Luckily, as I said earlier, I don't think you can roll over a GT4. So we have not seen that, because I don't think anyone really has to worry about that. Van Fiepelen going to try the inside, does not quite make it. Let's put it inside here. On board with Van Fiepelen. Now about 3 to 4 tenths behind John Wyzorek, but that time will be just absolutely taken away as the hairpin. Maybe tires are kind of going away for both Wyzorek and Van Fiepelen here. A bunch of slowdown penalties happening all over the place, at least behind these two. What else is happening here? Just for a quick moment, there's yellow flags. What's happening? Russell O'Hara, luckily hasn't devastated anyone's race, but he's definitely been in some bad places at bad times for folks coming through. But Ramiro Perez working on Keshen Hall. Jeff Hooten right behind here for 5, 6, and 7. I will keep an eye on the timing for P2 and P3, but for right now, we're going to follow these three, see how this kind of shakes out. Let's go on board Jeff Hooten inside the Audi to keep Keshen Hall, to keep Ramiro Perez right there in front of us. More yellow flags are popping up for folks. I don't know where anyone might be. Unfortunately, I think when yellow flags are coming up, it's just people getting close to Russell O'Hara or even passing. I believe he's well off the pace. I believe he has damage. So here we go. Jeff Hooten, P7. Going to try to get to the right side of Ramiro Perez. Maybe try to outbrake, late brake, hard brake. It works for P6. And now he's going to try to... Ramiro Perez out a little bit wide, a little bit of a grass. It's falling back to P7. What's happened to Mohammed's in P10? As I say, I haven't seen him in quite a while. I haven't gone to him. He was up there in P2 for quite a while. Oh, who's that? There's Supa Siwas. Probably getting some slipstream down the Parabolica. Has moved up to P7. Yellow flags for some folks out there. Not quite sure what's happening. What do we have? Van Fiepelen is still 2 tenths behind, 3 tenths behind John Wyzorek in P2. We are now under 5 minutes to go. Lap 46. I believe the leader is on. He's just now coming around, so that this should be lap 47. It is. So, we are about to find out how far the Mercedes can really go in the hands of John Wyzorak, as Grimy says, about 48 laps for a fuel tank. So we'll see how much fuel saving John's been able to do, as there's this lap, one more lap left on the tank. Hypothetically at the moment, I guess. But maybe some saving has allowed him to maybe get one more extra. I think 49 might be the number. John, slight contact coming out of the hairpin. Probably maybe got just a little bit better exit. Right on the backside of Van Fiepelen. Taking it to the inside. Van Fiepelen goes a little bit wide. These two are keeping it close. Super Seawis back here. Up to P7. Got by Ramiro Perez. Trying to get by Jeff Hooten in the Audi of the P6. John Wyzorak keeping it close. William Doms coming through the 13-14 up to 15-16. He's going to come across the line with probably about 240 to go. So that will definitely be 2 more laps. Yeah, about 242, 241. So we will definitely probably see 49 laps of this race. John is now on lap 48. Hey, no worries. Gasfoot Mike. I'm going to assume that's Mike Pickering from the Discord. If it's not, then I apologize. If it, yeah, it is Mike Pickering. Happy that you've joined, Mike. We are down to the final 2 minutes of our race. William Doms in a KTM P1. Van Fiepelen and John Wyzorak, Porsche Merc P2, P3 here. Battling to the end. Trying to see how far, if it's possible, and I'm going to have to assume it probably is possible for John here to do a no-stop in the GT4 Mercedes around the Hockenheimring for 49 laps. Super Seawis, Jeff Hooten, P7, P6, Keshen Hall, P5. Ooh, it's like Jeff may have, what is that? A cheer. Thank you for the cheer. Cheers do, but thank you, Mike. That's appreciated. There are a lot of things that Twitch does that I really have no idea how that affects the channel whatsoever, but thank you for the cheer. If anyone's stopping by that's not a subscriber, man, this is where a follower, I'm sorry, make sure to follow the channel. This is where 99% of the time, this is where we stream races, either community races, championship community races, or ranked races. So if you want to see stuff live, this is the channel to do it. If you want higher quality, 1080p, 60 frames per second videos, find the YouTube link here on Twitch to the North America Raceroom YouTube page, and everything is up there. Everything. Only $200 cheer on me, sir. I don't know what $200. I don't know what any of that means, Mike. But thank you. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what any of that means. But you're the bits leader. We should be on the final lap. Where's William Doms? The other things. William Doms. Kings of Asphalt from Brazil. Your leader by almost 5 seconds to Van Fiepelen and John Wyzorak there in the back of the picture. a KTM out in P1, about to be your race winner, barring any issues from himself or from anyone in front. I believe that is the BMW of Sean Patterson there in P18. And here you are, William Doms, P1, KTM, 90 minutes of the Hockenheimring. Wurschel Van Fiepland, P2, John Wyzorak, P3, a nose stopper. Impressive as ever. 49 laps, one tank of fuel, 4 tires. Mr. Wyzorak once again proving he is one hell of a driver, along with all of these other folks in here. Everyone doing great things. John Spriggs here coming through P4. Luca Nedelko just on the line there in P5. Keshan Hall gets a P6. Supa Siwas, he made up some spots there in the last couple laps. Up to P7. Jeff Hooten P8. Mohammed coming through in P number 9, stopping right there. I'm not sure. I don't know what he's got going on, but he's at least crossed the line, I think. No, he has. Yeah, he has. Yeah, there he was. Ramiro Perez coming through P10. And Pardo almost stole that. They were drag racing down the line. Pardo coming through P11. Ian McClure just now crossing the line. He's going to be P12. Crossing the line now. Thomas Cowart with Christian Gluck right behind. Thomas Cowart P13, Gluck P14, Diego Jungs coming through P15 in the Lotus. Brashad Murphy P16, Nicholas Cortez right on his heels for P17, 16, 17. There he is. We just saw Sean Patterson right ahead of William Doms coming through P18. Here are your official race results after all that. That was amazing stuff. We saw a lot of great racing, I will say that. William Doms coming through P1. Van Fiepland, I won't say his first name because I'm going to butcher it as I've done all night. Van Fiepland, 5 seconds behind. P2. John Wyzorak for Toad Line Racing. P3. Your podium positions. That was some great stuff. That was some hard charging racing. A lot of great battles from a lot of different people, a lot of different groups of racer, of positions were all together. 2 through 4 held together for a long time. 5 through 7 held together for a long time. Very close racing. So nobody really dominated that a whole lot. I mean, it took almost until lap 46 through 49 to really have William Doms there even get a 5-second lead for P1. So very tight, very close racing. Amazing stuff. Not really a whole lot more I can say. Thank you to everyone here on Twitch. It's always fun to be able to, kind of talk along with folks here. It's very appreciative to me. It makes it more fun. Kind of makes the time go by a lot faster when folks are here hanging out. When I do the full commentary stuff, I know I'm not the best at it, but hey, I'm really just here to hang out with everybody. Give everyone some good content. Talk about maybe what's going on out there, what I've experienced on tracks before with whatever cars out there. So it's very appreciative for those here on Twitch now live. Same goes for the folks on YouTube. This is recording at the same time like it always is. This will be uploaded to YouTube hopefully by tomorrow. I don't really know. The hotel I'm in, the upload is very, very slow. So this will be uploaded by the weekend. Let's say that. 1080p, 60 frames a second. So if you were a part of this race and you want to watch this back and you don't feel like watching on Twitch, find it on YouTube at least by the weekend, and it'll look good. It'll look great. It'll all be there, commentary and everything. So find both sides of our streaming, our streaming world, the streaming empire, the North America Raceroom, Twitch and YouTube. Find those parts, follow, subscribe on both sides. That way you know when things go live or things go up on video. You're always in the know if you follow or if you subscribe on each side. Find the Twitter, find the Instagram, find the Discord. If you're in this, if you've been watching along all evening, if you've been chatting along all evening, and you're not a part of our Discord, and you do Raceroom, or if you do another sim, ACC, iRacing, Automobilista 2, AMS2, how am I start saying it? I'm out. Laters. All right, Mike. You have a good day over there. You're in Australia, I think. Have a good day over there, Mike. Find the Discord if you're not in it already. If you're into Raceroom, if you're into other sim racing. We are obviously New Zealand. My apologies then. Thinking you're in Australia. You have a good day there in New Zealand. Stay safe. Find us out. Join up on our Discord. We have community races on a weekly basis. We have our Season 3 championship ongoing at the moment, GTR4s. If you're in the Discord, you'll know when Season 4 signups go up. Going to be the DTM 92s for Season 4. So, and then we also get together, or we talk about, or we plan out ranked events on the official servers. So, if you're not a part of any community, join ours. If you're already a part of other communities, join ours as well. If you don't want to join ours, Derek McCord was in the chat tonight. GRG, look them up. Basically, in the end, find anyone to race with if you have no one to race with. Whether it be us, whether it be GRG, whether it be any other community, small community that might be out there in the Americas. Anyone in South America, anyone in Canada, anywhere. Find anyone you can and race with them. The more people we get together on the Americas ranked servers and Raceroom, or the more people that we can bring into Raceroom, the better for everyone on our side of things. We might get the better perks of some more servers or some better servers or whatever, We're trying to do all that we can to bring in everyone that wants to do Raceroom or wants to do sim racing. If you do it already, or if you're brand new to it, I mean, you got to start somewhere. Start with us, and we'll all figure it out together with you. So, that's about all I got. I need some water. It's 10:02 East Coast, 7:02 West Coast, 7:03 now. So we're gonna wrap this up. Once again, thanks for everyone that's come by. Thanks to the new followers. If you're not following already on Twitch, give us a follow. Cost you nothing. Doesn't require anything from you. You can be a follower and turn your notifications off if you don't want to know when this goes live, or have everything on when we go live. Same for YouTube. Subscribe over there. Put your notifications on if you want to know when things go up, or just subscribe. Turn your notifications off. Whatever. Put a thumbs up on something. Comment on something. Tell us what we're doing good. Tell us what we're doing bad. Tell us nothing. That's fine too. Whatever. But yeah, we'll sign this thing off. We'll be back on Friday. I'll actually be back home, so we'll be racing and streaming round 2 of the GTR4 season. Round 2, Mid-Ohio. Be there. If you're not in it, be here to watch. It's great stuff. We have, we put it in the community voice chat, so you'll hear all kinds of people talking, not just me. So that way you have some type of commentary and not just the race sounds for however long we go for. I forget at the moment. But either way, thank you to everybody. Everyone stay safe. Everyone stay healthy. Everyone, let's just keep going. Let's keep sim racing. Let's keep having fun. And, let's all link up at some point. Let's do it. So we're out. We'll see you on Friday. Everyone have a great rest of Wednesday. Have a great Thursday. Have a great whatever day you're watching this. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks as always. Goodbye. Love you.